Hello friends, thank you for joining me for blending today. This week we're working on the AR sound, as in the word star. So that sound just says the letter R. Doesn't say the R sound, it just says R. Last year some of my students liked to think of it as the long R sound, because when we say long vowels, the letter says its name, as in long E just says E. So last year, some of my students like to say that the R sound is the long R because you just hear the letter R. All right, so let's get started. So our first word, art, art. So AR is going to say R. Fantastic, thank you. T says ta, let's blend it. Art, art. Fantastic, thank you. Next word, dark. Your turn. Dark, thank you. D says duh. AR, R. K says ka. Let's blend. Duh, R, ka. Dark. All right, next word, barn, barn. R. N says n. Now let's blend. B-R-N, barn. And car, car. C says ka. A-R, R. Let's blend. Ka, R, car. Let's go ahead and read our line all together. Art, dark, barn, car. All right, your turn. Thank you so much. Fantastic. All right, next word, sharp, sharp. Remember, SH says shh. You've got that AR, R. P says pa, sh, R, pa, sharp. Next word, scarf, scarf. SC says ska. AR says R. F says f. Let's blend. Ska, R, f, scarf. Fantastic. You guys are doing great. Next word, match, match. M says m. Short A, This is a little review. And TCH works together to make that match. Next word, part, part. P says ka. AR says R. T says ta. Let's blend. Pa, R, ta. Part. All right, let's go ahead and read our line together. Sharp, scarf, match, part. All right, your turn. Fantastic. Thank you. All right, next word. Hard, hard. H says huh. AR says R. D says duh. Let's blend. R, duh, hard. Next word, child, child. A little bit of review here. Remember, CH says cha. And then we have a long I, lonely I. And then LD is going to work together to say old. So let's blend. Ch, I, old, child. And next word, coat, coat. C says ka. A little bit of review. OA says O. T says ta. Let's blend. Ka, O, t, coat. All right. So last word, march, march. M says m. AR, like the star card, says R. And then CH will say cha. Let's blend. R, ch, march, march. All right, so let's go ahead and read our line. Hard, child, coat, march. All right, your turn. Fantastic, thanks. All right, so we are going to do a sentence, so everyone's favorite part. Okay, so high frequency word, little word. A. D says duh. This is going to be a short O. Aw. G says ga. Let's blend it. Duh, ah, ga. Dog. All right. A dog. ST will work together to say sta, sta. AR, R. T says ta, sta, R, ta, start. Based on what we have so far, a dog start, that doesn't quite sound right. So I'm going to turn this word into, I'm going to add an ED. And now what word do I have? Go ahead and tell someone in your house. Started, started. Let's blend it. Sta, R, t, id. Started, started. Little high frequency word, chew. B says ba. AR says R. K says ka, ba, R, ka, bark. Let's read what we have so far. A dog started to bark. Like my dog just started to bark. All right. So a teeny tiny high frequency word, in. High frequency word, the. B says ba. Short A will say a. CK will work together to say ka, ka. Y will say ya. AR, R. And D says da. Let's blend this long word together. Ba, a, k, ya, r, da. Backyard. So this word backyard is a compound word. it's made up of two words that come together to make one. So the first part of it, back, ba, ak. And then the second part, yard, ya, ar, da, backyard. All right, let's go ahead and read our sentence. A dog started to bark in the backyard. Fantastic. Your turn. Fantastic. Thank you. So what is our sentence missing here? What's our sentence missing? Go ahead and tell someone in your house. A period. Yeah, our sentence is missing a period. All right. So I would like you to think about what our nouns and verbs are in this sentence. We'll come back in just a few minutes to do that. And let's do our other sentence. Okay. M says, AR says, R. And then GE are going to work together to say that J sound. Let's blend it. R, J, Marge. So in this sentence, Marge is a name. H, short A, S, as, has. And I do believe that's a high frequency word. A, L says ol. AR says R. And here's that GE again that says ja. Let's blend it. Ol, R, ja, large. F says f. A says R. M says let's blend. R, farm. Marge has a large farm. W says what? Short I will say it. Remember that TH comes together to say what, with. I do believe that is also a high frequency word. Teeny tiny word A. Shorty, D says da. Da, red. B says ba. AR is now going to say R. And N will say let's blend. Ba, R, barn. Fix that in. All right. So let's go ahead and read our sentence. Marge has a large farm with a red barn. Fantastic. Your turn. Wonderful. So what's our sentence missing here? What's our sentence missing? You are absolutely right. Our sentence is missing a period. Okay. All right, so let's go back to nouns and verbs. Nouns and verbs. Okay, so let's read this sentence again once more so we can really figure out what those nouns and verbs are. A dog started to bark in the backyard. Okay, so what do you think our nouns are? So go ahead and say it if you think you know. Absolutely. So our noun, dog, is a noun. Okay. Backyard is also a noun. You're right. You're right. Backyard is a place. Dog is a thing. Okay. And how about our verbs? Our verbs. We only have one verb in here. Go ahead and say it. Bark, bark. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. Now, who is doing this action? We have two nouns. A noun is always going to do the verb, the action. So who is doing this? The dog. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Okay, so down here, let's read this sentence once more. Marge has a large farm with a red barn. All right, so let's think about our nouns. If you know one of the nouns, go ahead and shout it out. Fantastic, you're right. Marge is one of our nouns. Marge is a person. Okay. And what else? Go ahead and say the next one. Farm. You're right. Farm is also a noun. All right. We have one more. Go ahead and shout it out. Barn. Barn. All right. So Marge is a person and farm is a place. Barn is a thing. Okay. All right. So what about our verb? Our verb. This verb is kind of a tricky one. In this sentence, the word has is a verb. All right, because Marge has something. Okay, what does she have? She has a farm with a barn. Oh, we have some adjectives in our sentence. Some adjectives. All right, so if you know what our adjectives are, please go ahead and tell someone in your house. You're right, the word large is an adjective. So large, what word is large describing? You're right, it's describing the farm. She has a large farm. Okay, so we have one more adjective. Red. Red is an adjective. Now what is red describing? Red is describing the barn. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and read our whole board once more. All right. Art, dark, barn, car, sharp, scarf, match, part, hard, child, coat, march. Fantastic. Let's read our sentence. A dog started to bark in the backyard. Your turn. Fantastic. Thank you. Our last sentence. Marge has a large farm with a red barn. All right, your turn. All right, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me for blending today. If you would like to work on this together, if you want to work on it while you are writing it in your journal, you are more than welcome to drop in for office hours. I am hoping to see you sometime this week. We can work on math, we can work on blending. You could read me a story. That would be fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy your day.